Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Well, live from the Black Eye Media Room, man. Let's talk sports, boxing talks. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we got a long action-packed show for y'all. Yes, tapping in a little later, should be within the next few minutes. No other than former Undisputed Welterweight champion Zab Super Judah. As we await that and we get that. What's up, Boxing to DC? What up, everybody from the IG, Facebook world, man? Talk to me today. What y'all got going on as we await the champ? How y'all doing today, man? You got a lot to get into, a lot to bust down. A lot to bust down. Waiting for Zab so we can talk about a few things. What up with y'all, man? How many of y'all seen the fights this weekend, though, while we await the champ, man? We're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Alexander Usyk pulled off the shocker this weekend. Some people say it wasn't a shock. What up, bro? What up, bro? Stay around, Tony. I got you. What's up, bro? What up with y'all? What up with y'all? What y'all think about the fight, though? What y'all think about the fight this weekend, man? What y'all think about the fight? You know what I mean? A lot of people going in on Joshua right now. A lot of people, downgrading the brother, man, talking real greasy about him, man. Look, man, I don't think he fought a bad fight. I just thought Usyk fought a better one. And then, look, man, it's certain subtleties they got to start teaching these kids. It's teaching these fighters. It's more than just being an athlete and having a big punch, man. You got to have the fundamentals. And it's more than just learning how to throw a jab. It's more than just learning how to throw a jab in a big right hand, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, the only thing Usyk was doing was really circling. He kept circling him. And that little movement he was doing, that in and out, the feints was just killing him, just killing Joshua. And at the end of the fight, man, he was starting to beat that man up. Man. What y'all think about the fight, man? Talk to me in the comment section, man. What up with everybody, man? Yo. Fundamentals of the art of points, man. Yeah, I will say that. I definitely will say that. You know what I mean? Y'all keep on. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna check on, see where my man is at. See where he at. But yeah, he kept on. Usyk kept doing the in and out. Anything Deontay related? Well, honestly, first before we even get to that, we gotta see what happened between him and Fury. With him and Fury on October 9th. That fight is right around the corner. It's not this week, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. You know what I mean? Stick a move but never go away. It was more into it than that because Usyk wasn't really running per se. He wasn't running. He was moving, but it was more like like he was kind of circling him. He wasn't really like running. You know what I mean? He didn't do a whole lot of running. And which kind of shocked me, I thought Usyk would use the ring and really be all around the ring to make Joshua come to him a little bit more and try to tire him out. But nah. Usyk kind of stayed in front of him and kind of like, put a little bit of press to him and was like willing to take a couple shots. Usyk was willing to take, a few Joshua shots. Joshua caught him with a couple good right hands that kind of made him back up and kind of made him get his side together. But he never really shied away from the fight. You know what I mean? He kept, he was willing to go in there, which I thought was surprising. I didn't think he would do that. I thought he was too little. He hadn't been in the ring with nobody. He hadn't been able to hurt no other heavyweights. The other two heavyweights he fought, Dirk Shakur and them other guys, he never really hurt them, but he hurt Joshua. You know what I mean? With a straight punch. And we know he was a little chinny, but we thought the little fella wasn't gonna hurt him, but he did. And honestly, if that fight had 30 more seconds left, he would have got Joshua out of there. He was not gonna make it to the scorecards. He was able to lean back. And then, it's a lot of stuff that Roy was saying, and they have Roy commenting, but a lot of stuff Roy was saying made sense. Because they was like, yo, why are y'all running over there to him at the end of the fight? Like he just, he looks defeated. You know what I mean? So even if the judges was going to try to do something else, it made it look like, what about the last 5 seconds of the fight? Absolutely. The last 5 seconds of the fight, he was almost out of there. You know what I'm saying? He's almost out of there, man, and he was almost gone. Let me see, hit these guys up, see what's going on, man, so we can get this thing popping. He been hitting me. He been hitting me all day, so I know we good, but just make sure. Yeah, definitely, man. All right. We're gonna keep it moving until they tap in though, man. Because see, just like you said, after that fight right there, now when it comes to Wilder Fury, as we say, yesterday's price is not today's price. Because that fight just got a whole lot bigger. That Wilder fight just got that Wilder Fury fight just got a whole lot bigger. Just got a whole lot bigger. Because wait a minute, man. Hold on. Hey, Boxing Eagle proved that they prematurely rung the bell. I don't know. I don't know but that. I don't know but that. Listen, man, how could you prove it though? How could you prove it? That's what I want to know. How could he prove it? Like, unless you are actually in the facility and know the exact timer and can see everything, how could you prove that the bell prematurely rung? But even if it didn't, I mean, the right hand got raised. He was beat up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look for that link because, like I said, the right hand got raised, the man got beat up. So we'll see what happens after that. You know what I mean? I can't see how. I can't see how. I can't see how. I can't see how they gonna say the bell prematurely rung. Like, I mean, we looking at the time of what, a couple seconds. They may have said. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what it was saving. The fight was over, man. The man was beat. The only thing that was left was whether he was going to leave out on his feet or with his feet in the air. You know what I mean? The fight was over. He definitely was getting beat up. You know what I mean? He definitely was losing. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. Also, what else going on? Like I said, Wilder finally spoke for the first time, and it was a bit much. Talking about told Tyson Fury to make sure he trained like his life depended on it, because his life do depended on it. I mean, typical Deontay Wilder talk. But he just, I thought he would say something a little different, but that's Deontay Wilder. And then I don't know if he woke up Tyson Fury, because coming up into that moment right there, Tyson Fury wasn't looking like Tyson Fury. He didn't look like he was in shape, didn't look like he was interested, looked like he was distracted. But once Deontay Wilder said his life depended on it, he looked like he done got it together. So nonetheless, that October 9th fight is a huge one. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to put Usyk in the ring with the winner of that fight immediately. They probably going to give him a couple mandatories. Let it build a little bit to see if he's ready for one of them two giants. But what y'all think, bro? What y'all think? Talk to me in the comment section. What's going on? What y'all think about the Joshua fight? What y'all think he should do next? What you think Usyk should do next? And what you think of who you picking for Fury Wilder? I know we do it. We keep saying it, but the more you watch film and the more you study, you might change your pick. Who you going with on Fury versus Wilder as we await Zab and all Call Out's mandatory crew? You know what I mean? What's going on? Let me tap this again, man. Make sure we got it in there. Talk to me in the comment section. Okay. In the meantime, in between time, we're going to keep on going. We had some activity with Caleb Plant. We had some activity. And most of these topics, we're going to run back. As people funnel through, we're going to run back through all these topics. These are the hot topics. We had a situation with Caleb Plant and Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez, they got this little scuffle that led to a slight little gash or cut over Caleb Plant's eye. And for those what we heard, what was conveyed was it wasn't this slap or punch by Canelo that cut his eye. It was Canelo's glasses or some object he had in his hand is what actually cut Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? And they both connected. Canelo connected on him, he connected on Canelo. But then some people say Caleb Plant poking the bear, he's poking the bear. I think he may be hunting the bear. He hunting the bear. But I know right now everybody's like, oh, he shouldn't be talking like that to Canelo. I like what he's doing. I like what Caleb Plant is doing. Listen, it's a fight. It's a fight. And you can't come into a fight with a preconceived notion that this person's gonna beat me, this person's gonna knock me out, and I'm gonna just talk nice to them. And if I talk nice to him, he won't hit me hard. No, you gotta go into a fight. You want to fight the man, you fight the man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I like what Caleb Plant doing. Talk your talk, Caleb. Don't let nobody tell you you're wrong. Talk your talk. Talk your talk. It's a fight. You got a world title. Is you fighting for the undisputed 168-pound championship? Talk your talk. Talk your talk. Come on in there. Don't let everybody. He shouldn't be talking to Canelo. Who he think he is, man? Let that man talk his talk. Let that man talk his talk. He might pull it off. He might pull it off. Even if he pull it off and they take it to him if they take it from him on the scorecard, that's even better. Let that man get busy. You know what I mean? Let me see what this. Let me tap in another person. This until I have them get ready. You know what I mean? He gonna add his flair. Hold on, let me mess that up. Come back. We just going to go another. We got to reroute a few things, but we're gonna stay here. Gonna stay the course, man. What am I doing? Okay, let me do that. We working, y'all. We working on it. Okay. All right, we back. All right. Well, as we wait, like I say, as I wait the guests as they pour in, when they pop in, I'll pop them in. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it popping. Got a few guests coming through today. Like I said, we will be tapping in today with Zab Super Judah. I will stay on till he gets here. You know what I mean? Till he gets in here. So no matter what, we will get him in here. We will get that in there to let you find out everything that's what's going on with him. His celebrity boxing. We'll get into some of the highlights of his career and some other things like that too. But like I say, he'll be in here momentarily. Also, we're gonna talk about the boxing hot topics, what's going on. We're gonna touch the Caleb Plant. We're gonna touch on the Caleb Plant situation, Alexander Usyk, AJ Wilder, Fury, Shakur, Heron, and everything that's going on. The latest on Earl Spence and everything. We're gonna tap into everything, man. We got it all laid out for y'all today, man. Let's talk sports, baby. How y'all doing out there? But again, in the comment section, tell me, for those that watched the Usyk Alex AJ fight, what did y'all think of the fight? What do you think AJ should do next? You know what I mean? Personally, I think AJ. I don't think he should do an immediate rematch. I think he should go back to the drawing board for a minute, get a couple tune-ups, fight a couple of contenders, and make sure that he's developed the right. I don't know where you go from here. You know what I mean? Because you done lost two different ways. It's one thing if you lose one way, you can say, okay, this is my mistake. But he got knocked out by the shorter, smaller, and the Ruiz, and then you got outboxed by the smaller and outboxed and beat up by the former cruiserweight Alexander Usyk. So these are the things that, like, it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Does he just need a new trainer? Do he need to be taught different styles? Like, I think yeah, at this point it's time to change trainers. It's time to change trainers, because for real, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's certain things when it comes to engagement that you got to be able to learn how to do. And a lot of fighters don't know how to do it. But in this case, it really hurt him, because basically what he's in the ring doing is basically he's walking around the ring, depending on that eraser, that big punch, that big right hand he got to be able to solve all his problems. You know what I mean? Similar to what Deontay Wilder does or did. We'll see what he does next, but similar to his situation. But was that mainly because, you know what I'm saying, Deontay Wilder had one of the most devastating knockout punches, to man. You know what I mean? So, so here's the thing. So like I said, I think AJ need to go, because like I said, as Usyk was moving, he didn't try to cut the ring off. He didn't try to step to him. He didn't start to pressure him to him. He only applied pressure maybe 2 or 3 times out of the whole 12 rounds. You know what I mean? He never really went after Usyk. He just allowed him to move as he wanted to move. He allowed Usyk to shoot his punches from whatever direction he wanted to shoot them from. And whenever Usyk didn't feel like fighting, he just let AJ take the lead. But then it seemed like it was more or less it looked like AJ was bringing the fight to him, but now when you look at the fight, it was more or less like Usyk was kind of collecting himself as the fight went on, and then as the fight went on, he went after Joshua, and like I said, in the 12th round, clearly you could see he almost got him out of there. So at this point right now, it's time for Joshua to, I think, make a training adjustment, and he does need to take a couple tune-up fights. I wouldn't get back in there with Usyk again, because right now Usyk probably would hurt him bad, and we all know, I think at this point, what Wilder or Fury would do to him would probably be bad if he doesn't change his style. You can't be that big, that strong, and not want to get hit, and you can't not be able to make adjustments, because that'll get you in trouble as well. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get this thing popping. We got it. Okay. Shout out to Malia Neal. I see you tapping in. Appreciate you, love. You know what I mean? Shout out to Boxing DC and all that y'all do, man. Talk to me today, man. What y'all think about the fight? What you think? Because like I said, the Fury Wilder fight now is way bigger. It's a way bigger fight now, because now pretty much whoever wins that fight, even though Usyk is the unified champion with 4 belts, everybody's going to look at Wilder and Fury as the #1 heavyweight in the land until Usyk beats one of them. Even though Usyk got the belts, the stock of AJ plummeted more than his rose. I think Usyk should be ranked number 1 or number 2 on the pound for pound list, because he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion, and now he's the unified heavyweight champion in a fight that not many people can say they had an inkling they thought he was going to win. People can say they had he had a chance to win, but nobody said flat out he was going to win, and he won. So that's changing that changed the narrative as it is. You know what I mean? So I think Usyk should be pound for pound #1, #2 in the sport. Like, boxing has had a lot of upsets. See, a lot of people complaining about the landscape of boxing, but I think boxing is just fine. Boxing is a good place. We got a lot of good fights still coming up, a lot of tough fights, top fights still coming up. Shakur and Herring. We still got Wilder, Fury. We still got Canelo, Caleb Plant. And who knows? We might get a couple more upsets. You know what I mean? We might get some more upsets. Like, what if Caleb Plant beat Canelo? You know what I mean? It changes the whole landscape of boxing. This is what boxing is all about. This is why you fight the fights. That's why everybody wants certain fights. That's 2 big L's for AJ. Don't see a main event fight for him, maybe an undercard fight in that. Well, they still going to promote him, because he's like a big deal over there. You know what I mean? Like, he's selling out arenas over there. You know, he's selling out arenas over there, so they'll probably give him a couple of tune-ups. They probably give him a couple of tune-ups and promote him as comeback fights and things like that. But yeah, he's a big deal over there, so they need to find a way to keep him around. At least get him a couple of tune-up fights so he can get one more big fight with the winner of Fury, Wilder, Usyk. Whoever comes out standing at the end of all of that would probably be his opponent he'll get. Now, people want to know, do you think Usyk could beat Wilder? Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Though he was able to circle and move and do all those things to AJ, does not necessarily mean he could do it to Wilder, though. Because Wilder is a better athlete than AJ. Wilder's more athletic. Wilder's more wiry. Wilder throws punches you have to get out the way of. You know, it ain't no, you know, you're not gonna sit there and catch cause something like what similar what Tank was doing again the Mario Barrios punch fight. Usyk was catching some of AJ punches. He was standing in front of him, catching his punches, getting his timing so he can feint and throw his punches. You're not gonna do that to Wilder, because catching Wilder punches, Wilder might hit you. One of them punches, Wilder may throw at your hand, might actually hurt your hand. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't want to do that with Wilder. Wilder got that freakish power. You know what I mean? So with that being said, so can he beat Wilder? Yeah. Don't know. Got to be perfect for 12 against Wilder. Usyk definitely have to be perfect for 12 with Wilder, because do not think he's going to stand up if Wilder catches him. Interesting fight, though. Fight worth watching. Fight worth watching. Fight worth watching. Fight definitely worth him going overseas and getting it in. But I definitely don't think that I'm definitely not gonna say he just because he beat AJ, he can beat Wilder. And if he was to fight Fury, I don't know if he can deal with Fury. Fury is 6'9". For all those that don't get it, Fury is 6'9". That is a lot of man for little Usyk to be dealing with. You know what I mean? And that man is kind of mobile, agile, got movement and all that. But what y'all think? Tell me what y'all think. Usyk versus Wilder, Usyk versus Fury. Who you got? You know what I mean? Usyk versus Wilder, Usyk versus Fury. Okay, I got Zab. See where he at. But yeah. So who y'all got though? Who y'all got? Who you think? Usyk versus Wilder, Usyk versus Wilder, Usyk versus Fury. I'm checking the board to see where everybody at. I got a couple guests, man. Just waiting for them to tap in. They should be in shortly. That's good. That's 2 big L's. Won't be a main event. Yeah. But he's a big deal over there, man. When you can sell out arenas, they'll find ways to market them, get them a couple tune-up fights, get them a couple not so tough fighters to tap in with, and then we'll see what happens from there with him, and then he'll probably get one more shot at one of the top guys, whoever left standing between. Or you know what, knowing Eddie Hearn, they'll set up a couple mandatories for Usyk. They'll set up a couple tune-up fights for AJ, and then they'll run them back before they let Wilder or Fury get a hold of them. So no matter what happens, you won't see Usyk or AJ in the ring with Wilder or Fury anytime soon. Not no time soon. It'll probably be a year from now before you see anything like that happen. For that happen, because like I said, they're more than likely Usyk will probably get a tune-up. I mean, not a tune-up. He'll get a mandatory, and then AJ will get a tune-up, and then they'll run that back. You know what I mean? They're gonna keep that in house for a minute, which is smart for them business wise. It ain't good for us as fans, because of course, we want to see the Undisputed Championship now. You know what I mean? So we would want Usyk to fight the winner of Wilder Fury, but I can actually see how that could play out a year or so from now. So we'll get Wilder Fury, and then we'll see a bunch of tune-up fights between everybody that we just named, and then we'll come back Then they'll come back together probably toward the end of the year or the following year to get the unification bout. Hate to say it, but that's probably how it's gonna play out. You know what I mean? That's probably how it's gonna play out, man. You know what I mean? And then we got the Bud Porter shenanigan. I got a guy coming in here. He got to be the world's biggest Bud Crawford fan, and nobody can beat Bud. Bud is the boogeyman of the welterweight division, but there's some things to think about when it comes to this Bud Porter fight. I got concerns. AJ versus Ortiz. I don't think he gonna try King Kong, bro. He might not try King Kong. He might not try Kong. You know what I mean? He might not try King Kong, bro, because he can't take a punch. It's clear he can't take a punch. Anybody catch him clean that got, like, listen, Usyk's not a big puncher. Usyk can crack, but he's not a big puncher coming up from cruiserweight. Anybody that with a punch that catches him, he might be out of here. I don't know if he's gonna try King Kong. He should try King Kong, but I don't know. They'll probably find something to hook him up with. Dylan White, something like that. They'll find somebody that they'll find a way to market him to get him a marketable fight over there. Because see, that's the thing about over there. You know, what my man said earlier, you know, he'll be an undercard fighter. And the thing about over there in their country, they ride with those fighters no matter how many times they lose. So he could lose 2 more fights and they'll still pack the house coming to see him. They ride with their fighters over there. You don't have to, I mean, a loss over there don't diminish your career. You know what I mean? Over here, they'll you know, get rid of you and run you in the ground. Like over here, they calling him a bum. Over here, they saying, oh man, he's not that good. He doesn't. Not over there. They showing love over there. I guarantee you right now, Anthony Joshua will walk outside over there right now. He can walk outside to swarms of people still running up to him. They don't do that over there. They love their fighters. I'm not saying nothing about the U.S. I'm just saying it's a different climate over there. So he'll still be able to fight whomever and still pack the house. You know what I mean? They're going to come out for their fighters. You know what I mean? They run with their fighters till it's all over. AJ cannot take a punch at all. That's what they need to be working on. A new trainer can help. You saying he can't help him with a glass jaw? Well, this is the thing. A new trainer can stop you from your glass jaw getting hit. You got to do something. If you can't take a punch, you got to stop him from hitting you. You know what I mean? You got 1 or 2 alternatives. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to either that or you got to work on your offense of being able to get to your opponent faster so they can't hit you, or you got to stop them from hitting you. Head movement, put your guards up. You got to do something to stop them from hitting you. See what I'm saying? And not just hitting you, they're hitting you flush. You know what I mean? Now he needs a new trainer to help him with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So, you know, that's the thing. You just don't grow a chin. You know what I mean? Your chin don't magically get better. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. Keep talking to me. Keep talking to me. Keep talking to me. Well, I see what's going on with my man Zab. Because see, what they don't know, I can go to IG from here too. When we see, that's the thing about this wonderful StreamYard thing, man. You can share the screen. Like I can go to IG from here. Crawford is going to stop Porter. Hey, listen. Matter of fact, this is the craziest thing, Troy. This is the craziest thing, right? I had a guy, I was at work late Saturday night, right? I had a guy start inboxing me out of left field. Oh man, Crawford ain't this and Crawford ain't that, and Porter's gonna stop Crawford, this, that, and the third. And I was like, man, you done gone bonkers. But I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I get a chance to get this person on here, on this here platform, I'm gonna bring him on here because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't agree with him, And I don't agree with a lot of stuff he said, but he did make some salient arguments that I had to say, I don't know. But I don't believe Crawford will get stopped. I don't believe Crawford will get stopped. But I am concerned with one thing about that fight. Oh, I'm gonna bring him on. I promise you, I'm gonna bring him on. The second I can get him, the second I can get him, I'm gonna get him on here. You know what I mean? I got another guy that I just sent the link to. He's the world biggest Bud fan. You got to hear him. You got to hear him. You know what I mean? So when either one, I got like 3 or 4 people that should be popping in. We just gonna keep it going until they all get in. And Zab is one of the people also. But as they pop in, I'm just gonna pop them up and we're gonna go. But you got to hear these guys. This one guy, he makes an argument that Bud is invincible, and this one guy just made the argument that Bud can't do nothing. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. But like I said, he started inbound. I'm talking about it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now I work at night, so good thing I'm up. But I was thinking to myself, good thing I work at night, because if I was home, you know what I mean? I'm talking about long messages in my inbox, long messages, breaking down all the stuff about Bud. I was like, what? You know, talking about Bud, and you know what? I want to hear what you guys say too, because I do got a concern though. Here's my concern though. The fact that Bob Arum won that purse bid, or was able to put the fight together without it going to the actual purse bid, concerns me. Because why all of a sudden Bob Arum is so vested in this fight? Not saying that he didn't want to put the fight together in the first place. And Al was like, you got it. So what is Bob really up to? Now, think about this, y'all. I'm not trying to play conspiracy theory, but I just got to be honest. Think about this. The last time Bob Arum had a fight to get to the end of their contract was Jeff Horn versus Pacquiao. Remember that night. Now, think about that Jeff Horn. I'm going to spell it out for you in a minute. Think about what happened during the Jeff Horn Pacquiao fight. And then tell me why you know what I mean? Think about what happened with Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. And not just Manny Pacquiao, Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. You know, so Manny was at the end of his contract 2 times. And you remember what happened? So this is the thing. Bud might need to knock out Sean. Bud might need a knockout. I'm gonna be honest with you. Both of these fighters, I would be real skeptical with leaving this fight in the judges' hands. I would be real skeptical with leaving this fight in the judges' hands if I was either one of them. I think they got to sell out and take it back to the old school days. When we used to watch old school boxing, they got to let it all on the line and whoever the best man standing. I don't think you should let this fight go to the cards. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But this man, this bro, I'm gonna bring him on here. This bro assured me 100% that Sean Porter is gonna knock Bud out. He said it. He gonna stand on it. Say he gonna call me when the fight over. I ain't making this up. But I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Bud Crawford, I'm not leaving this fight in the judges' hands. Bo Mack and y'all better train for a knockout. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He better train for a knockout. What you think, Troy? Talk to me. What you think, Troy? What you think? I see you think about it. I'm telling you now, I don't trust Bob on this one. Yeah. Why? I mean, because look, think about all the fights and all the purse bids and everything that went on. Teofimo fighting on Triller right now. Fighting on Monday Night Football. Matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez, I forgot about that. Teofimo Lopez is fighting on Monday on the same night as Monday Night Football next week, I believe. Next Saturday. Next Monday night. Teofimo Lopez is fighting. Now let that sink in. Let that sink in. All and all because they didn't want a purse bid. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, Bud purse bid come up. You make sure that their joint don't even make it to the purse bid. You know what I mean? That's why Bud is gonna stop him. He ain't got no choice. Next Monday night, you're right. He ain't got no choice but to stop him. He ain't got no choice but to stop him, man. Where my bad at? I gotta get a couple of these people here. Where y'all at? You know what I mean? So you saying the cards fixed? Cards could be fixed. I mean, think about this. Do you think Timothy Bradley won any one of them Manny Pacquiao fights? Do you think Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao? Because if the answer to those questions is no, if you think Manny really won and they gave it to Jeff Horn, what you think going on here? The man sat right on television to say he lost enough money on Bud Crawford. He lost enough money on Bud Crawford that he could buy a house in Beverly Hills. Now you fighting for purse bids? Or fighting to get fights done before they go to first bid? I'm just telling you. I sat down and thought about it. I said, hold on, Bob Brown won the purse bid? Hold on. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because we can't listen. We didn't need this fight to be on Top Rank ESPN. We needed this fight to go anywhere but there. One, so we can make sure it's no funny business with Bob and them scorecards. Two, we need Bud to get this done so we can get to the bigger fights on the other side of the street to get him off of Top Rank. We need to get him as far away from Top Rank possible. That's what we was after. That's what we needed for the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So it could get shaky. It could get shaky. So I'm like I said, if you're a Bud fan, if you know somebody connected to Bud, y'all might send a message down there, blow the whistle, let them know, man. Hey, man, you might need to try to get that man out of there. You better get that linebacker out of there. You better get that linebacker out of there. You better tackle him. You better do something. You better get that linebacker out of there. You know what I mean? Don't give shot. Now, what you don't want to do is be in a fight where you have to knock out Sean Porter and can't do it. You don't want that. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? When Sean Porter in a fight and he know you gotta knock him out, I don't know. Sean a dog now. Sean ain't gonna just lay down. You know what I mean? Sean might try something different. Sean might tackle Bud. You know what I mean? He is a linebacker. He is a former linebacker. So it could get shaky for Bud, man. You know what I mean? It could get really, really, really shaky, man. I'm just waiting on the responses, man. I see movement, but I don't know. You know what I mean? We'll see. Maybe he got caught up in a training session or something, and he'll pop in shortly. We still waiting on the champ. You know what I mean? I know you know to be here. He posted it. You know what I mean? He posted it on his IG. So you know he gotta know to be here. So we're gonna wait the champ momentarily, you know, see what's going on. But like I said, Bud might have to get that man out of there. My honest assessment is I got Bud winning big. I think Bud gonna box him. I think Bud gonna give him angles. I don't think Bud is gonna stand there like everybody else, and Bud's not gonna allow him to corner him and push him. I think as long as Bud alternate and keep that stiff jab out there, Sean may not be able to get him. That's the thing. The issue is this. It's not about Sean being there to get him. What Sean does is this. Sean does them little freaky little herky-jerky moves to pin you in a corner and just try to wrestle you and rough you up and do all that other stuff like that. And you have to kind of like you said, keep your jab, and keep him at bay from doing that. Like when he doing all this, you just got to keep that thing out there. See, Earl didn't care about all that. Earl just wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? Earl threw the rules. I went old school and just fought him. Ugas, I'm gonna tell you, Ugas is a major player in this situation. Now, everybody wants to sleep on Ugas, but Ugas is a major player in this. I've been talking about this Ugas for a minute. I was mad at him for a minute, but he got me back right with the Mandy performance. His movement, his jab, and the dog in him could be a problem as it expands now. You know what I mean? Yes, he did. Thank you. I've been debating that with people for a long time. Yes, he did. I had somebody on the show that didn't want to admit that Ugas beat Porter. They kept saying that he didn't, but yes, he definitely beat Porter. So he got Porter, he got Manny. He halfway up the street. He beat Sean Porter, he beat Manny, he halfway up the road. You know what I mean? He beat two of the top five, two of the top people moving up in the weight class right now, because the Bud about to be in the ring with my fault. Sean about to be in the ring with Bud. So like I said, man, so he halfway up the street. Ugas, and that's right. Speaking of Ugas, see, he has a mandatory fight, and then Jamal James has a mandatory fight, and then the winner of that fight, of them two fights, got to fight each other. So Ugas is going to be tied up for the next, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. So it'll be a year from now before he can even get in the ring with any one of them other guys. So he's tied up. Then we got to see what Earl going to do when he come back. It's a lot. Speaking of that, also, man, we're in the pipeline of these interviews, you know, that as we try to build them up. We also got Jerron Booth Ennis on tap within the next couple of weeks to a month, something like that. You know, been in contact with his folks, and they've been hitting me back. So hopefully we'll get him on here within the next week or so or two. You know what I mean? As we await to see what's going on with the champ. What up, champion? What's good? What's up, though? Troy, what'd you think about what'd you think of what happened with Usyk and oh, is it? Oh, all right. Good looking. Let me see what's going on here. We're gonna find out. Good looking, Talib. Good looking, Talib. Good looking, Talib. Good looking. Boxing in DC, y'all always come through. Boxing in DC, y'all always come through, man. Let me see what's going on. Though. He might not be able to get away right now then. Nah. I got him. Look, I don't know, man. He be moving so much, man. Like I said, because look, this is the thing. I done been on Zab's show like maybe 5 times. He does a live IG show called All Call Outs Mandatory. I've been on it. He's brought me on there like 4 or 5 times. So this week we flipping the script and bringing him on my court. bring it on our court so he can come tap in and chop it up with us. Because we got a couple things that he got to get off his chest, and we got a couple things he got to straighten out about, us with the DMV. So let me see what's popping. I'm tapping in there so I can get him. What? Play the background music. Nah, man, we good. Hey, look, man, listen. Sometimes in this thing, man, you gotta go through growing pain. We're gonna keep it all the way real in here, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see what's going on with these guys, and then we're gonna go from there. He Canelo fitting the KO Plant. Nah. Plant. I mean, Plant gonna use his lateral movement, and I think he'll be able to stay the route. I think he's gonna be able to stay the route. You know what I mean? Hold on.
10 minutes. Oh yeah, y'all link in my bio too. Yeah, you send me all that information.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I don't know. Because see, he on the West Coast. That was one of the biggest things I was afraid of. He's on the West Coast. That's why we was going back and forth, like what time to do it. And I was like, because like right now, it's like 1:00 where he at. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Man. But we sound good. What is he? Here's the thing. You can share the screen. All right, y'all. We're gonna keep it moving. Good looking to lead. I'm keep my contacts on him to see what he got going on. crazy. All right, y'all. Part of the game, part of the growing pains of the game, man. We're just gonna keep it moving, keep it flowing, keep it working. Actually, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna close out this show right here, and we're gonna get this stuff together on the back end real quick, man. And we're gonna come back up. No matter what we do, we're gonna come back up probably about, let's shoot for like 4:30. We're gonna come back up at 4:30, man, and then we'll go from there, man. But let me step away from here, get in contact with them folks, man, and then we'll get this thing popping. All right. For appreciate y'all support. Thank y'all for checking on me and checking on the new show. Charlie, everybody, tap back in about 25 minutes. Everybody tap back in about 25 minutes. We're gonna shut this one down. I'm gonna get the behind the scenes stuff together so we can get Zab back up on here and see what's going on and go from there.